लता जी नमस्कार। अनम्यूट करिए, आप अपने आप को अनम्यूट करिए।
हाँ राजेश जी नमस्कार।
You are become a co-host,
ओके।
so you can share your PPT or anything else.
या आई विल शेयर इट लेटर ऑन आफ्टर इंट्रोडक्टरी रिमार्क्स।
Yeah.
या
काजमी साहब नमस्कार। Professor Ajar Kazmi is also at here.
या काजमी साहब नमस्कार।
हाँ नमस्ते सर।
नमस्कार सर। नमस्कार सर।
नमस्ते मेहता साहब।
बहुत टाइम बाद मिलना हो रहा है सब आपसे वर्चुअली।
हाँ
कैसे हैं आप? कहाँ,
हाँ,
जयपुर हैं
ठीक है।
सर, बाहर हैं, अजमेर हैं?
नहीं मैं अजमेर में
जी 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 जी।
हूँ।
Ramkesh, you are a co-host, so you can admit or permit to the people to join the meeting.
Okay, copied.
Vandana, you are also co-host.
Yes, sir.
हेलो
Good
वन्ना
evening,
जी।
sir.
हेलो रामकेश जी।
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
गुड
कैसे
इवनिंग,
हैं?
गुड इवनिंग। एकदम बढ़िया, फर्स्ट क्लास।
Finally, the show is going on after a long time, right, sir?
नहीं नहीं, इट इज वेरी वेरी ग्रेट प्रिविलेज एंड प्लेजर टू हैव विद अस काजमी साहब।
Yes. काजमी सर तो हर लेक्चर अटेंड
इनकी
करते हैं.
काजमी
It's
साहब की
really
किताब
great
पढ़ के तो हम पास
motivation
हुए
for
हैं।
us.
बिजनेस पॉलिसी की जो किताब थी काजमी साहब की, इतनी बढ़िया किताब थी, मैं क्या बताऊं उसकी क्या लैंग्वेज थी। और उसको पढ़कर ही हम पास हुए हैं काजमी साहब। बहुत अच्छी किताब थी।
सर पास्ट टेंस में ना बोले सर, अभी भी चलती है।
सर
अभी भी चल रही है सर,
ठीक
अभी भी चल रही है।
है.
हाँ बिल्कुल, अभी भी चल रही है।
हमारी सर
हम तो हमारा बता रहे हैं सर, वो तो चल ही
में
रही
है.
है। वो तो
हाँ
चलेगी साहब।
हाँ,
इतना
और वो
बढ़िया
नींव
लिखा
है
है
सर,
आपने।
अपनी वही नींव है, उसी पे टिके हुए हैं.
हाँ बिल्कुल, वो तो सब
There is a one Shalini. Shalini is also.
ओके।
So
Hi, good evening.
would you
हाय,
like
गुड
to
इवनिंग
introduce
मैम।
yourself?
गुड इवनिंग।
I'm so sorry. There's some issue with my internet, and I keep coming going out. So
नो
yeah,
इशू मैम, नो इशू।
I am very new to ISTD. Actually, I'm very new to Delhi also. But I happen to see your very active page of ISTD Jaipur. So that's when I got to know about this program. So it's the first time that I'm attending something of ISTD.
It's our pleasure, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, so let me introduce you because maybe sometimes I can also invite you to my university. I am an assistant professor in Netaji Subhash University of Technology. So this
Great.
is a university under the Delhi government. And I've just recently come here to Delhi, like it's just been 2 years. I was in the south earlier. I was working with VIT, Vellore Institute of Technology.
ओके,
And then I'm here.
वेरी नाइस।
Yeah. So my
currently
specialization is
ma'am,
HR
currently you are
and
based
IT.
at Delhi? Where are you based currently? Delhi?
Yeah, I'm in Delhi.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I work with NSUT. Yeah,
okay, okay, okay.
Mehta
so
sahab,
that's about me.
Yeah,
within a 2 minutes, Vandana is going to start the program of today.
fine, fine, fine.
Vandana,
Fine.
or so
Jalan sir is also not joined. Jalan sir भी start करना चाहिए.
we got 34
Hello Ashok
registrations.
ji, good evening Ashok ji.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Our next speaker is also
Yes,
in.
yes, 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 yes.
There is
So,
a Kazmi Sahab, you also be ready for another one enlightened session to us. We are going to start a regular series.
Rajesh ji, you have taken very good initiative to start these types of sessions, which will definitely enlighten all of us.
Sir, we recognize the presence of our national president, Mr. NP Sir, Atul Sir.
Good
So
evening
nice.
sir, good evening sir.
Good evening,
Good evening.
Rajesh ji. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, welcome, sir.
It is a joy to be hearing Professor Anil Mehta ji.
Yeah,
So
my pleasure too sir, my pleasure and privilege.
Right.
Vandana, should we proceed?
Yeah,
Yes sir. और हम लोग कर सकते हैं. Yes sir. Just a minute.
Actually, we got 38 registration. So
they will be joining in the process or
Yeah. So we should be on time.
So shall we start?
I am
Yeah.
in no hurry. I just joined because it's a pleasure to hear each one of you. So you please see your convenience and decide.
It's
Dr.
our pleasure
Vandana,
also.
good wishes.
Yeah. Thank you. Vanda, 1 more minute. 803. 803.
Yes, sure.
Good to have people from Gurgaon chapter also. Dr. Mukul Jain.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. कैसे हैं?
Good evening. Yeah.
Welcome, Mukul sir. We are going to be collaborate North region chapter also, Atul sir.
Yes. In fact, I had, forwarded this message to my WhatsApp group in Gurugram chapter.
Okay.
So I've been, forwarding all the programs happening all over India.
We also do that, sir.
Yes, right.
So Vandana should be.
I like
Yes.
the title of your program, JET, Jaipur Expert Talk. It's the fourth one. Very nice.
Okay, Vanda.
Yes, sir. So I'm Dr. Vandana. So on behalf of Jaipur chapter, I'd like to welcome you all on the series of Jaipur Expert Talk. Here we are seriously delighted to have Professor Anil Mehta, sir, in which he is discussing on unlocking professional brilliance, mastering the art of excellence. So, not taking much time, I would like to hand over Professor Anil Mehta and just enlighten your words, sir, with us, and we just give to you the show time.
Just a minute. I would like to introduce Professor Anil Mehta to August gathering at here. There are a lot of people that they know about the Akuman of Professor Anil Mehta, and I have seen from the last 30 years or more than 30 years in Jaipur particularly. Mr. Mehta is serving a lot of academia, different posts or different positions in University of Rajasthan. Presently, he is working in a Vanasthali Vidyapeeth, Vanasthali University nowadays, as a professor of management in the Department of Legal Studies. Dr. Mehta is specialized in organizational behavior, human resource development, and marketing management. His academic contribution, including in publication over 40 research papers and article in leading journal. He is a big gun in a L&D particularly, not in Rajasthan, in all over the world, because I have seen.
No, nothing.
No, I know. So a prolific author, Dr. Mehta has written 11 books covering diverse subjects such as marketing management, organizational behavior, business organization, business ethics and ethos, training and development, human resource development, compensation management, and personality development and soft skill. Dr. Mehta is a renowned corporate trainer and has conducted numerous training programs for corporate entities. Regularly, we can see on social media how he's contributing to the society in a various mode. He had Kamal Patra Award, or we are from the from a same organization from GCI, and NP sir is also from that one. So he is a Kamal Patra awardee from GCI, Outstanding Contribution Award in 2007 from LIC, Gold Medal in 2017 for Best Paper Presentation UGC sponsored national seminar on value-added taxes. Along with this one, he has a lot of things which can be shared by me, but instead of that one, we would like to listen to him because he has all the things which is necessary for us. So, on behalf of Indian Society for Training and Development, I would like to hand it over the session to Professor Anil Mehta or to Professor Mehta.
On my side, it's a pleasure to be there. I only humbly request that I can be there till 8:20. I've got another meeting to start at 8:25,
Right.
but I'm all eager and good luck to Jaipur chapter and good wishes.
And one privilege, sir. I would like to welcome again of
No,
our
no, you're welcome. That's okay.
national president,
No, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Mr. Atul Shah.
That's
Over to
good.
Professor Mehta.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Dr. Rajesh Methi, for speaking so high about me. Certainly, it must have raised the expectations of the listeners. I'm really delighted to see the stalwart in the field of academics and training, Professor Dr. Azhar Kazmi, Dr. Atul Shah, my very intimate friend, Dr. Ashok Sharma, Vanna ji, Shalini ji from academics, and other participants. At the outset, I am thankful to Dr. Rajesh Methi for taking this initiative to organize series of talks under the level of Jaipur Talks. Of course, I know Dr. Rajesh Methi over the last 3 decades, and I am very much aware about his organizational capabilities and dynamism. I have a long association with ISTD Jaipur chapter. I became member of ISTD Jaipur chapter in the year 1992 and contributed in one way or the other, maybe in the field of learning and development, maybe as office bearer of ISTD Jaipur chapter. Atul Shah Sahab, we are really happy to have you in this evening, and I'm quite sure that under your able leadership, ISTD will touch new milestone. So, as mentioned by Vanna ji, that today we'll be talking about unlocking professional brilliance and mastering the art of excellence. Of course, the subject is very extensive. I'll be talking to you in very brief and providing you some inputs about professional excellence to reach the brilliance in the field of perhaps profession particularly. I will start with a quote by Aristotle. Excellence is not an act, but it's a habit. In fact, today we have gathered virtually not just to discuss success, but to explore something deeper, more enduring, and infinitely more impactful. That is professional brilliance. In fact, brilliance is not a gift reserved for a few. It is a discipline available to all who choose it. Professional brilliance is more than just a competence or a skill. Of course, expertise or skills or competence, they are important, but they are just part of professional brilliance. It reflects a harmonious belief and blend of purpose, discipline, and ethical integrity. In fact, a true professional do not merely perform his or her task, but if he is a brilliant chap, then certainly he will elevate it. He pursues his vocation with a sense of purpose, striving not for merely perfection, but for excellence, rooted in continuous improvement and unwavering character. So, friends, let us begin our journey into mastering the art of excellence, not someday, but practicing it right from today. I consider today is the best day to start to strive towards professional brilliance and excellence. Before I move further, let me share my presentation with you. Just a minute, please. I believe it is visible. Mithi Saab, is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Just a minute, please. Let me scroll it and just a minute. In fact, there are three important pillars of professional brilliance. Number one, vision. That is having a long-term perspective. A brilliant professional always looks the vision, the foresightedness, whatever he or she is doing, which is again a combination of his or her expertise, motivation, and character. Number two, the craftsmanship, the expertise in his or her area. Brilliance is not confined to a particular field. Similarly, excellence is not a domain, only a particular vocation or profession, but they are the terms which can be applied in almost every dimension, as we'll be looking later on. And the third important dimension will be the character. Without integrity, ethics, and character, there cannot be any brilliance, there cannot be any excellence as well. Just, I'm asking certain questions to which you can reply to yourself. They are all striving towards professional excellence. Do you have, or do you truly have the skills which are required to be successful? Answer may be again yes or no. Number two, do you communicate with others very well? Are you having the expertise in the field of communication? Do people see you in the right perspective? What is the opinion of people about you? What is your integrity level? Do you treat others with respect and expect the same from them for you? And do you live up to your commitments? In fact, the greater you accept and your answer is in yes, perhaps you are on the right path towards brilliance as well as excellence. But if in any of the area, if still you have to improve, then you will have to think seriously to excel or to improve in that particular direction. There is one important quotation. Future will not belong to those who just produce products. It will no longer be belonging to those who will just supply services. The future will be belonging to those who have age of quality products and quality services, and that is only possible when you are on the path of excellence, because the ultimate destination of excellence is to improve quality on an ongoing and continuing basis. Now, let's see all these statements, and certainly they lead to excellence. The first one is that excellence is not a gift you are born with. Excellence is an attitude generated by a spirit. As in the beginning, I mentioned that excellence is not inherent. Excellence is not a quality that we perhaps we acquire since birth, but we'll have to exert on an ongoing, continuing basis for excellent. It is not a gift. Of course, there might be favorable conditions for an individual. Maybe because of the parental support, one may have resources, one may get good education, the family background might be very strong from money point of view. They might be favorable factors, but certainly you'll say that they are not necessarily required to be excellent as well as for the success. In fact, more of excellence is an attitude, and that is generated by your mindset. It is a spirit, I would say. And certainly, in spite of lacking many resources, many hurdles might be there, person can strive towards the excellence. Secondly, excellent people pursue solutions. Average people share the problem. That is the difference between mediocrity and excellence. The situation might be the same, as we know, but for someone, it may be a big opportunity. It may be perceived as a challenge, but for some other person, the same situation might be problem. So excellent people are always positive. They always try to find out the solutions. But if somebody is mediocre, so he will just stare towards the problem. Excellence originates and orchestras in your mind, then it translates in your speech, and finally demonstrates in your life. It means that excellence travels from ideas, good thoughts, then it translates into your expression, and finally it leads to the action part. That's important. So obviously, brilliance and excellence originate first in our mind, and whatever we think, we start expressing and communicating, and then it is translated into action. Merely good ideas may not enough unless they are translated into reality. So brilliant and excellent people always try out their brilliant ideas into reality. Excellence is not imposed from outside. It is basically released from the inside. Of course, by pressure, by orders, by directions, by your autocratic leadership, you may get the work done. But if something is imposed, if it is not coming from inside, perhaps you cannot expect the quality. Similarly, excellence cannot be imposed. It might be a temporary phase. So excellence cannot be extrinsic. Excellence is more relating with your internal spirit and motivation. That's important. In fact, if I want to become excellent, if I want to improve the quality, then I should be a self-motivated person. Excellent people make improvements, not excuses. So obviously, excellent people do not wait for the favorable conditions and the situation. They just start working. They always try to improve the things. They don't make any excuses because 100% favorable situations are not possible. There might be different hurdles, barriers, but excellent persons always try to overcome them. And excellent people will always conquer, while average people will always complain. So they are not complainer. They always try to overcome the problems and ultimately succeed in their mission. So these are some of the important characteristics of excellent professionals as well. Now, I just tried to find out what are some of the synonyms of excellence, and I found many words. Just see what excellence is all about. Excellence means extraordinary, meritorious, admirable, top-notch, exceptional, outstanding, superlative, tip-top, distinguished, great. So you can use these words with excellence. Exclusive, prime, startling, phenomenal, notable, champion, first class, first rate, exemplary, select. So obviously you'll find all these features in those who are excellent and who are brilliant as well. So excellence, that is to excel, means to be preeminent, to go beyond, to be a master of, and to surpass others. In fact, in this world, there are three kinds of people: underordinary, ordinary, and extraordinary. In fact, brilliant and excellent people are extraordinary people. And what is the definition of extraordinary? An extraordinary person is one who has something extra or who does something extra. So obviously, what is the difference between a mediocre and an excellent person? That is something extra. So, as mentioned earlier also, that excellence is not a domain of a class. An ordinary person can become an extraordinary person provided he or she does something extra. And in order to have that extra, in what area we should do something extra? What is that extra? Extra hard work. We must have some inner motivation that is extra. Extra, again, you can add this word extra with every word here. Perseverance, concentration, enthusiasm, imagination. So add from your side every before this word the extra. Extra imagination, extra vision, extra resilience, extra initiative, extra strategy, and of course, extra integrity. So one can travel to the path of excellence if he or she does something extra in these lines. Some more words: extra dedication, extra optimism, extra tenacity, extra commitment, extra creativity, extra courage, extra self-confidence, extra winning spirit, then extra enterprising, extra time management, and finally idealism. So we'll have to put some extra effort for that excellence and professional brilliance. And of course, there is a constant need to excel oneself from good to better. Daily, we'll have to surpass our own standards, our own targets and goals. We all know that excellence and brilliance, they are not destination. It is an ongoing, continuing journey towards excellence. So excellence is a journey and not a goal, ongoing, never ending journey. So excellence to encourage, and certainly excellence to reward. Now this is success excellence matrix. Just say this matrix. This window is having 4 important quadrants. What is more important? Is it really success or is it excellence? If you combine these two terms, success and excellence, then there will be 4 combinations. The first category is that there might be people in this world in large number who are neither excellent nor successful. Worst kind of category. Deliberately, I am not giving an example of such people because we all know who are they, because we are surrounded by large number of people, not only from this category, but from other categories also. Then there might be people who are very successful, maybe in our profession, maybe in politics, maybe in bureaucracy, maybe in entrepreneurs, who are very successful, perhaps touch the top horizon in their area. But truly speaking, if you see their background, they are not perhaps the man of character and integrity. They are not excellent person. We cannot appreciate such persons because the means that they have used are not fair. Then there might be people who are excellent but not successful at all. You may differ with me, but I rate this category much better than the previous one. One may not be successful, but certainly he might be or she might be excellent, never compromise with his integrity, character, values. Maybe he is a masterpiece in his area, but somehow he is not successful at all. And the ideal category would be that is successful as well as excellent person. You can take large number of examples. I will just take 3 or 4 such examples. But in fact, in India itself, we are fortunate enough to have large number of people from diverse fields who are certainly successful as well as they are excellent people also beyond doubt. I've taken just 4 personalities from a diverse field. I think I need not have to mention much about all these personalities. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam served as paragon of professional brilliance. As a scientist, he demonstrated unparalleled craftsmanship in India's missile and space program. His vision of a developed and self-reliant India inspired millions. His character, marked by humility, integrity, and unwavering patriotism, made him one of the most respectful leaders in Indian history. In my first slide, I was talking about vision, craftsmanship, and then integrity and character. You'll find all these interdependent factors in the personality of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Narayana Murthy, co-founder of Infosys, exemplifies the power of ethical entrepreneurship with a vision to position India as a global IT hub. He pursued technological innovation while fostering a transparent and meritocratic workplace. His emphasis on integrity and simplicity has become a guiding light for aspiring professionals. Again, on these 3 interdependent factors, vision, craftsmanship or competence, and integrity and humility and character, perhaps is a person at par excellence. Kiran Mazumudar Shaw, founder of Biokin, broke barriers in the male-dominated biotech industry. Her unwavering commitment to scientific excellence and affordable healthcare solution has earned her a global recognition. Her vision, courage, and resilience are models for aspiring professionals, especially women. Again, you can just evaluate on these 3 parameters. And finally, Dr. Varghese Kurian, known as the father of the White Revolution, transformed India from a milk-deficient country into the world's largest producer. His brilliance lay not just in operational success, but in empowering rural farmers and reshaping India's dairy economy through cooperative models. So they are just examples, but there are countless number of persons who are successful as well as excellent person. So our aim should be to achieve excellence, and through excellence, we should try to attain that success also. In fact, the scope of excellence is so comprehensive, so enormous, that virtually in almost every area, excellence can be perhaps attained. Like academic excellence, professional excellence, artistic excellence, business excellence, scientific excellence, personal development excellence, innovative excellence, humanitarian excellence, environmental excellence. Of course, you just name any area. Rather, in our personal life also, we can try to move towards excellence. And ultimately, what will happen in the long term if we are just moving towards the path of excellence? Certainly, it will lead to personal as well as organizational growth. It will lead to our personal satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. In fact, excellence will always lead to new innovation, because in excellence, we try to improve the things. We try to do everything in a better way. In the long term, excellence will lead to success, enduring success, and finally, excellence will always lead to some sense of purpose. So the results will always be very, very fruitful if we try to achieve the excellence. Now, there are certain principles of excellence. In fact, I was just listening to Dr. Miles Monroe, and where I found these principles quite interesting. So I would like to share with you these 10 important principles of excellence. The first important principle, if somebody wants to practice the excellence, then these principles are really very, very important guidelines for that person. So don't settle for the average. In fact, he has rightly mentioned that average is the grave in which excellence is built. You cannot change what you accept or refuse to confront. In fact, if you are satisfied what you are doing or what you have done, then perhaps improvement is not possible at all. In fact, we are not born to be an average person. Every person is having abundance of potentials. In fact, as already mentioned, that even if the person might not be a talented person, but even by putting the extra effort, perhaps he can become an extraordinary person. And the greatest enemy of your progress is your last success. Of course, one should enjoy the success, but one should always try to set the higher target. One should be an ambitious person. So obviously, one should not be just remain a mediocre, because God has not sent him to best remain as a mediocre person or an average person. One can always become an extraordinary person. Secondly, developing a deep commitment towards excellence. That's very important. As already mentioned, that excellence is generated by the internal spirit. What is most important is the deep commitment. That is, one must have inner desire or passion to excel, to improve, because there is always scope for improvement, even in the smallest step in any area that we would like to take. Excellent people don't try to be first. They just try to be the best. In fact, if you try to be the best, automatically you will always excel and you will become, perhaps you will conquer and you will become the first. So be the best and then you will be the first. So in fact, excellence always requires deep commitment, passion, hard work, and perseverance, whatever thing we are doing. And it applies in our personal life as well as in our professional life also. The third important thing is pursue ethics and integrity. That's very, very important here. As already mentioned, that maybe person is very competent, maybe the person is successful, but in absence of ethics, value, character, morality, ethics, empathy, perhaps the person cannot be called as an excellent person. So obviously, morality is more stronger than the talent, and integrity is the integration of your words as well as your behavior. So that's more important. That is, one must be very humble, very polite, one must be very empathetic, one must be a trustworthy person, a person must be very much reliable, and one should not sacrifice, one should not compromise in any cost, in any case, with the ethics and integrity. Then only the person will be trustworthy and dependable as well. Show respect for the others. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care for them. Excellent people are really very humble. They always respect, irrespective of the level or the background of the person. Perhaps they are very, very much, uh, 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 we can say that they always care for the other and always respect. In fact, respect is a two-way traffic. If you give respect to others, certainly in return, you will get respect from them also. So excellent people always respect the others' feelings and emotions. Go for an extra mile. That's important point for the excellent person. Always have a mentality or attitude to contribute more, to give extra. One should not merely talk about the authority and power. Certainly, responsibility is greater than the right. Excellent people hardly bother about their petty rights or privileges. They always talk in terms of contribution, undertake the responsibility. And that's why in the organization where we are working, perhaps we must have a mentality and tendency and keen passion and desire to contribute more than what we are getting from the organization. What to say of our organization we are working? Even I can say that in professional organizations like ISTD, we must have, if we have joined ISTD or some other organization, we must have that kind of a spirit that I will give more to the organization than what I am receiving directly or indirectly from that institution or organization. So obviously, excellent people always go for an extra mile. Be consistent. That's a great quality of excellent people in the organization or anywhere. In fact, excellent people don't just depend on their mood or mindset or circumstances. They are always consistent what they are doing. They always set the high standards. They have a great capability of perseverance. So obviously, that's a very, very important. Whatever you are doing, do it on a regular basis, consistent manner. Maybe you are taking small steps, but it must be taken regularly, maybe on daily basis. Because the small act which you are taking on a persistent and consistent manner will fetch you rich dividends in the years to come. And mind it, people forget how fast you do a job, but they will never forget how qualitatively, how good you have performed the job. And try to always manifest the excellence in activities, whatever you are doing. It is not the end product, end service, end result, but excellence must be, improvement must be manifested in even in the process and in every activity. In fact, if you are consistent, people will always show the consistency with you. So consistency breeds consistency. In fact, motivation is just an emotion which may not remain permanent. Sometimes you may have a high level of motivation and enthusiasm. Sometimes you may have the low level of motivation. But in spite of not having in a good mood, demoralized, demotivated, perhaps don't leave that good task, that activity, which you are doing it on a consistent manner. Always try to give your 100%. In fact, excellent people don't work for someone else. They don't depend that somebody should monitor them, direct them, observe them, give the instruction. but they work it with a sense of personal pride. In fact, they are the persons who take the initiative, who don't wait whether other people praise them or appreciate them or watch them, but they always try to give the 100%, the best. In fact, the excellent professional is one like a tennis player. When a tennis player is playing an international match, perhaps he doesn't bother whether he will win or lose, but he just try to play every shot, try to play the game with the spirit that he will try to give his best, and in the process of giving the best, perhaps he wins the match also. So excellent people try to give always the 100%. An excellent person never stop improving. In fact, this is the very definition of the excellence, that excellence is constantly improving or growing. On an ongoing, continuing basis, there is no end to it. There is always scope for improvement, as we know in the case of that Kaizen also. It is rightly said that excellent leaders, obviously, what they do, great leaders and excellent leaders, great leaders always develop people and manage systems, but an average leader or just good leader, mediocre manager, just manage people and develop systems. Mind it, when you stop learning, you start losing, and when you stop learning, then you stop growing also and start dying as well. So never, never, never stop improving. And certainly make excellence as your lifestyle in your personal life as well as professional life. Make it as a part of your life. Do it right for the first time, all the time. Always think in terms of excellence, because if you cannot think excellence, you cannot be excellent. So whether your personality, whether your action, whether your behavior, whether your communication, in every action and behavior, that excellence, that quality should reflect. Excellence is a choice like an attitude. And then, obviously, excellent people never compare themselves with others. In fact, one can better compete with himself or herself. What I did last and where I am today and what is my potential. Don't try to compare. Don't become a copy of someone else's mediocrity, because you are unique and you are having tremendous potentials. Some professional excellence tips, which we have discussed, but let's see them again to just recap. One must demonstrate the legal and ethical behavior. One must be a very, very effective communicator. Be punctual at your workplace. Become dependable. Take the responsibility. Always demonstrate the integrity and loyalty. One should be not only a good team leader, but good team member as well. Always have a spirit to contribute as a team member. Always, irrespective of the situation and circumstances, one must be a person of hope and optimism. One must have a positive attitude. One must be dependable and reliable. And of course, one must be having the mindset of proactivity, productivity, as well as that is try to utilize the resources in an optimum manner. So finally, let me share 2 or 3 small stories. Stories might be imaginary, but they teach us excellent lesson towards brilliance and excellence. क्योंकि ये आखिरी स्लाइड है, मैं कुछ बात आपसे अब हिंदी में करना चाहूंगा. द फर्स्ट एनेक्डोट परहैप्स हम सबने सुना है, बट इट्स अ गुड एग्जांपल ऑफ एक्सीलेंस, ब्रेकिंग स्टोन एंड बिल्डिंग द मॉन्यूमेंट. हम शुरू करते हैं. एक पद यात्रा कर रहा था, सफर कुछ लंबा था. शहर से कुछ बाहर निकलने के बाद उसने देखा कि सड़क के दाईं ओर एक बड़ा निर्माण कार्य चल रहा है. क्योंकि निर्माण कार्य शुरू हुआ ही था, इसलिए राहगीर को इस बात का एहसास नहीं हो पाया कि ये आखिर बन क्या रहा है. वहां काम कर रहे किसी कारीगर से राहगीर ने पूछ लिया कि भाई ये तुम कर क्या रहे हो. उस मजदूर ने बड़े खींच कर, बड़े छिड़कर कहा, दिखता नहीं है क्या पत्थर तोड़ रहा हूं. इस जवाब से राहगीर संतुष्ट नहीं हुआ. उसने दूसरे मजदूर से पूछा, भाई तुम क्या कर रहे हो. मजदूर ने एक ठंडी सांस भरते हुए कहा, भाई करना क्या है, 2 वक्त की रोटी कमा रहा हूं, दिन भर मजदूरी करूंगा और उससे मुझे पगार मिलेगी, उससे मैं अपना पेट पालूंगा, अपने परिवार का भी भरण पोषण करूंगा. इस जवाब से भी राहगीर संतुष्ट नहीं हुआ. उसने तीसरे मजदूर से पूछा, भाई तुम कर क्या रहे हो यहां पर. उस मजदूर की आंखों में चमक थी और बड़े ही उत्साहित स्वर में बोला, जनाब यहां एक बहुत ही भव्य मंदिर का निर्माण कार्य चल रहा है. मंदिर बहुत विशाल और बहुत भव्य बनेगा, संगमरमर का मंदिर बनेगा. जब मंदिर बनकर तैयार होगा, हजारों लाखों की संख्या में यह भक्त आएंगे. इस जगह की ख्याति दूर दूर तक फैलेगी और तब मुझे इस बात का गर्व होगा कि मैं इस मंदिर के निर्माण में मेरा भी एक बहुत छोटा सा योगदान रहा था. क्या लगता है आपको, कौन बढ़ रहा है एक्सीलेंस की ओर? ऑब्वियसली ना तो पहला मजदूर, ना दूसरा मजदूर, लेकिन तीसरे मजदूर से हम अपेक्षा कर सकते हैं कि आने वाले समय में चाहे मजदूर वो पढ़ा लिखा ना हो, लेकिन उसकी प्रगति होगी. यही मजदूर शायद मिस्त्री बनेगा, हो सकता है कि वो आर्किटेक्ट भी बन जाए. और निश्चित तौर पर हम ये कह सकते हैं कि जो थर्ड जो लेबरर था, परहैप्स ही वाज स्ट्राइविंग टुवर्ड्स एक्सीलेंस. कहानियां खत्म नहीं होती. ये कहानी आगे बढ़ती है. यही राहगीर कुछ वक्त पश्चात उसी रास्ते से दोबारा निकल रहा था और उसने देखा कि मंदिर का निर्माण कार्य लगभग पूरा हो चुका है. बड़ा ही सुंदर ढांचा बना हुआ था, संगमरमर का सफेद मंदिर बना था, बहुत ही भव्य. सड़क के दूसरी ओर मूर्ति का निर्माण कार्य चल रहा था. एक मूर्तिकार बहुत बड़ी मूर्ति बना रहा था. मूर्ति बहुत ही भव्य थी, देवी मां की मूर्ति थी और बहुत ही भव्य मूर्ति बनी थी. राहगीर ने देखा कि वास्तव में इसने एक बेजोड़ अद्भुत मूर्ति बनाई है. लेकिन सहसा उसकी निगाह उस मूर्ति के पास बैठे उस मूर्तिकार की ओर गई, जो कि एक और मूर्ति का निर्माण कर रहा था. राहगीर ने देखा मंदिर की ओर, उस ढांचे की ओर. मंदिर इतना बड़ा भी नहीं था कि इतनी विशालकाय मूर्ति जो पहली बनी हुई थी, उस विशालकाय मूर्ति की प्रतिष्ठा के बाद दूसरी मूर्ति लगती. राहगीर से रहा नहीं गया और पूछ ही लिया उसने मूर्तिकार से, तुम क्या कर रहे हो? साहब, मैं देवी माँ की मूर्ति बना रहा हूं। राहगीर से रहा ना गया, पुनः उसने पूछ ही लिया, भाई मूर्ति का निर्माण तो हो चुका है, बड़ी सुंदर तुमने मूर्ति बनाई है, तुम वास्तव में बधाई के पात्र हो। अब तुम दूसरी मूर्ति क्यों बना रहे हो? क्योंकि प्रतिष्ठा तो इस मंदिर में एक ही मूर्ति की हो सकती है। मूर्तिकार ने कहा, जनाब आप सही कह रहे हैं, प्रतिष्ठा तो एक मूर्ति की ही होनी है। लेकिन हुआ यह था कि जब मैं पहली मूर्ति बना रहा था, उस वक्त इस मूर्ति की आंख के नीचे एक हल्का सा स्क्रैच आ गया और इसीलिए अब मैं दूसरी मूर्ति बना रहा हूं। राहगीर ने बड़े गौर से बनी हुई उस देवी मां की मूर्ति की ओर देखा, बड़े गौर से देखा, बार बार देखा, लेकिन उसे कोई स्क्रैच कहीं नजर नहीं आया। राहगीर ने मूर्तिकार से कहा, भाई मैंने बहुत गौर से इस मूर्ति को देखा है, मुझे तो कहीं कोई स्क्रैच नजर नहीं आया है। और जब मुझे नजर नहीं आया है, मैंने इतनी गौर से मूर्ति को देखा है, मेरी आंखें भी ठीक है, प्रतिष्ठा करवा दो ना इसी मूर्ति की। मैं दावे के साथ कह सकता हूं कि इस मूर्ति की प्रतिष्ठा हो भी जाएगी इस मंदिर में। तुम्हें कोई आके ये कभी नहीं कह पाएगा कि इस देवी मां की मूर्ति के आंख के नीचे कोई स्क्रैच आया भी है। तुम कह रहे हो, मुझे तो विश्वास नहीं हो रहा, क्यों मेहनत कर रहे हो? लगवा दो ना, प्रतिष्ठा करवा दो ना इस मूर्ति की। मूर्तिकार बोला, जनाब आप सही कह रहे हैं, पहली मूर्ति की प्रतिष्ठा हो भी गई तो मुझे कहने वाला कोई नहीं है, क्योंकि शायद लोगों को नहीं नजर आएगा कि इस आंख के नीचे, देवी मां की आंख के नीचे कोई हल्का सा स्क्रैच है। लेकिन मैं जानता हूं, मूर्ति की रचना मैंने की है, कि इस मूर्ति की आंख के नीचे हल्का सा स्क्रैच है। और जब भी लग भी जाएगा, तो जब भी मैं यहां से निकलूंगा या नहीं भी आऊंगा, मेरी आत्मा मुझे धिक्कारेगी कि मैंने एक खंडित मूर्ति की प्रतिष्ठा मंदिर में करवा दी, और इसीलिए मैं दूसरी मूर्ति का निर्माण कर रहा हूं। दिस इज कॉल्ड क्वालिटी एक्सीलेंस। अच्छा कार्य व्यक्ति को केवल तब नहीं करना चाहिए जब लोग उसकी ओर देख रहे हैं या लोगों की निगाह उस ओर जा सकती है। अच्छा काम व्यक्ति को तब भी करना चाहिए जब कोई उसे नहीं देख रहा हो। यह द्योतक है उत्कृष्टता का और श्रेष्ठता का, और इसी बात को शायद आ, हम आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं। मंदिर की प्रतिष्ठा हो चुकी थी, मूर्ति की प्रतिष्ठा हो चुकी थी, मंदिर सचमुच बहुत सुंदर बना था, हजारों की संख्या में भक्तों का आना शुरू हुआ, वो एक बड़ा लोकप्रिय तीर्थ स्थल बन चुका था। एक रात की बात है कि उसी मंदिर में देवी मां जिसकी प्रतिष्ठा हुई थी, और उसी मंदिर में लगे हुए फर्श, मार्बल के फर्श में एक संवाद हुआ। और संवाद कुछ इस प्रकार था, फर्श ने कहा, देवी मां मैं आज बहुत बहुत दुखी हूं, मेरे दुख का परवार नहीं है। देवी मां ने कहा, तुम्हें किस बात का दुख है? फर्श ने कहा, देवी मां मैं और आप एक ही चट्टान से निकले हुए हैं, दोनों का जो उद्भव हो एक ही चट्टान से निकले हुए हम पत्थर हैं। लेकिन देखो विधि की विडंबना, तुम्हें मूर्तिकार ने बनाया, मंदिर में प्रतिष्ठा हुई, हजारों लोग तुम्हारे दर्शन करने आते हैं, तुम्हारी पूजा होती है, अर्चना होती है, तुम पे चंदन और केसर चढ़ाया जाता है, तुम्हारे आगे सब झुकते हैं, लेकिन फर्श के रूप में लोग मुझ पर चल के आते हैं, मुझे रौंदा जाता है और तुम्हें पूजा जाता है, जबकि हम एक ही चट्टान से निकले हुए हैं। कैसी है ये विधि की विडंबना। देवी मां ने कहा, बात तो सही है, हम दोनों एक ही चट्टान से निकले हुए हैं, लेकिन एक बहुत बड़ा फर्क है। इस मूर्तिकार ने जिसने मेरी रचना की, सबसे पहले उठाया तो मैं ही था, लेकिन जब वो मुझे बना रहा था, जब मुझे तराशा जा रहा था, जब मुझे ठोका जा रहा था, जब मेरी घिसाई और पिटाई की जा रही थी, तुम उस दर्द को सह नहीं पाई, टूटकर बिखर गई, खंडित हो गई। उसके बाद मुझे उठाया गया, मुझे काटा गया, तराशा गया, ठोका गया। मैंने उस दर्द को सहा है, लंबे समय तक सहा है। मेरा निर्माण हुआ और इसीलिए आज देवी के रूप में मुझे पूजा जाता है, क्योंकि तुम खंडित हो चुकी थी, तुम्हारा इस्तेमाल फर्श के रूप में किया गया। शायद ये बात उत्कृष्टता और श्रेष्ठता के लिए और ब्रिलियंस के लिए भी सही है। उत्कृष्टता और श्रेष्ठता की राह आसान नहीं है, मुश्किलात हैं, कई दिक्कतें आएंगी, कठोर परिश्रम, निरंतर प्रयास, लेकिन उसके बाद जो परिणाम आएंगे निश्चित तौर पर सुखद होंगे। शायद जो लोग उत्कृष्ट होते हैं, उत्कृष्टता के साथ जिन्हें सफलता मिलती है, शायद उनका नाम इतिहास के पन्नों पर हमेशा सुर्खियों में दर्ज होता है। सही बात तो यह है कि इतिहास शायद रटने की चीज और पढ़ने की चीज कम है। कुछ ऐसा होना चाहिए कि हमारा नाम भी इतिहास के पन्नों पर सुर्ख शब्दों में दर्ज हो जाए, और तभी पॉसिबल है when we are striving for brilliance and excellence. And finally, I would end up with that incident of that Michelangelo, जो कि एक स्कल्पचर के साथ बहुत अच्छा पेंटर भी था। एक बार वो पेंट कर रहा था किसी पैलेस में, अंधेरे में, बिल्कुल लास्ट में पैलेस के बहुत ऊंची जगह पर किसी ने देखा कि माइकल एंजेलो वहां पर कोई एक पक्षी के पंख पर कुछ लिख रहा है। पूछ लिया, इतने ऊंचाई पर इतनी तल्लीनता के साथ माइकल एंजेलो, तुम इतनी मेहनत क्यों कर रहे हो? यहां तक तो किसी की निगाह जाएगी ही नहीं कि तुमने क्या किया है। गुप अंधेरा भी है यहां पर और बहुत ऊंचाई भी है, जल्दी काम कर लो ना। माइकल एंजेलो का जवाब था, बात तो सही है, लेकिन निश्चित तौर पर ईश्वर सब कुछ देख रहा है। And that is the live example of excellence. And that's why शायद माइकल एंजेलो ने भी अपना नाम इतिहास के पन्नों पर हमेशा के लिए दर्ज करा दिया और अमर हो गया। That is called excellence. And that kind of excellence and brilliance can be reflected whatever we are doing, whether we are teacher, whether we are bureaucrat, whether we are businessman, whatever our area of operation is, we should strive always, always for excellence. In fact, irrespective of the level on which we are working, whatever the job profile is, there is always scope or room for demonstrating the excellence and brilliance, and each one of us should try to strive to achieve on a regular basis that brilliance and excellence. So with these words, I should close. Again, I am thankful to the team ISTD Jaipur chapter for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to give this small presentation in front of these stalwarts like Professor Azhar Kazmi and other people. Once again, thank you very much. Over to Dr. Rajesh Mathi.
Thanks a lot, प्रोफेसर मेहता। क्या मैं यूनिक हूं क्या, है ना? एक बार आप यदि पीपीटी को थोड़ा सा ऑफ कर देंगे
जी।
तो चलिए। समटाइम्स सम ऑफ माय टीम मेंबर्स इज आल्सो आस्किंग कि लोग तो आते ही नहीं है अपने यहाँ, लेकिन लोग आए और हमने जो सीखा अभी इस दौरान में, तो शायद मैं कुछ दिनों से डिलेमा में था, वो डिलेमा डिसअपेयर हो गया है। तो थैंक्स अ लॉट प्रोफेसर मेहता फॉर सच a wonderful enlightening session for us, and it's also working for my personal life and as a whole team all in ISTD. Next 10 minutes in our hand. एज प्रोफेसर अनिल मेहता टोल्ड अस हियर दैट, इन्होंने कहा भी कि बहुत सारे हमारे लब्ध प्रतिष्ठित व्यक्ति इस पूरे सेशन में है, तो हम एक ओपन सेशन रख रहे हैं नेक्स्ट 8 to 10 minutes. इफ एनीवन वुड लाइक टू पुट हीज और हर any ideas, any thought, or if you have any questions or anything else, you can ask to the esteemed speaker, or either you can add on something else. Yoga कर्मेषु कौशलम, मैंने यहाँ बात छोड़ी है, अब वो एक्सलेंसिया है क्या है। तो प्रोफेसर पवन कुमार शर्मा हमारे बीच है, शायद कुछ कहना चाह रहे हैं। ओवर टू प्रोफेसर।
Thank you, Rajesh ji, and compliments to Professor Anil Mehta sahab
Thank you, Pawan ji. Thank you.
for highlighting the most contemporary version of today's efforts where we can think of. आपने बहुत अच्छी बात बताई है कि excellence is our output or it is our aim of life. It should be aim of our life. But question is that how can we create excellence? How can we process the excellence? Because American model of thinking is like this, that ultimately we have whoever is successful is the excellent person. When you talk about a manager is termed as excellent person provided there is profitability, there is accomplishment of certain set objectives. Like in case of American diplomacy, we can say that Trump thinks that ethically, morally, there are many compromises he would have been made, but still we call him as the successful, as the excellent person who could got the triumph in the US elections and now leading the entire world. My question is that what are the ingredients which must be processed in the personality? Say, for example, unless we call it a sanskara, unless we call it a inbuilt process of making a person for questing for the excellence, and excellence has got different connotations. For Trump, excellence means different meaning than what excellence can be for any Indian like you and me. So इस प्रोसेस में बताइए कि इस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में हम लोग हाउ कैन वी स्ट्राइव टू बी एक्सीलेंट. Definitely the aim is to get excellence, but how can we, I cannot be excellent as you are, so what should I do to be excellent like you in the day to day life? ये इस पे जरा हाईलाइट करते तो बहुत अच्छा एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग मिलती. अदरवाइज योर लेक्चर वाज एक्सीलेंट and it was inspiring too.
Sir, in fact, you have replied your own question. आपने जो एग्जाम्पल ट्रम्प का लिया, ट्रम्प ने जो कुछ किया और जो उनका जो तरीका था, certainly, undoubtedly, he is very, very successful what he did. But tell me honestly whether he is an excellent person. Whatever practices is adopted or adopted recently, can you call him an excellent person? जब भी आप ट्रम्प की चर्चा करेंगे और जिस तरह की आज हम बात कर रहे हैं, जिस रूप में बात कर रहे हैं, तो सर्टेनली एक अच्छा एग्जांपल आपने दिया है कि ट्रम्प साहब बहुत सक्सेसफुल तो रहे हैं, लेकिन सर्टेनली यू कैन नॉट कॉल हिम एन एक्सेलेंट पर्सन. और जैसा हम ये देख रहे थे कि सच काइंड ऑफ सक्सेसफुल, yes, it is successful, but I think this kind of success को लोग अप्रिशिएट नहीं करते, नंबर वन. और लोग उनके पीछे बहुत सारी बातें भी करते हैं. आपने कहीं संस्कारित की आपने कहीं बात की है कि हमारी संस्कृति में भी हमेशा संस्कार की बात हुई है. तो सही बात यह है कि प्रतिष्ठा, ख्याति, व्यक्ति की छवि, विश्वास तभी बनता है जबकि वो संस्कार पूर्ण कार्य करता है. अब ये बात अलग है कि इंटरनेशनल पॉलिटिक्स और डिप्लोमेसी में कई तरह की चीजें होती है, लेकिन इसी पॉलिटिक्स और डिप्लोमेसी में कई लोग ऐसे भी हैं जिनका नाम आज भी आप बड़ी प्रतिष्ठा के साथ आप लेते हैं. तो मैं तो ये समझता हूँ कि ठीक है कि आप तो पढ़ाते भी हैं कि 100% हम शायद एथिकल शायद नहीं हो सकते, बड़ा मुश्किल है, लेकिन फिर भी मन में ये भावना अवश्य होनी चाहिए कि हम जितना अधिक हम उन नैतिक मूल्यों और मानकों का पालन कर सकें और जितना अच्छा हम संस्कार और व्यवहार दिखा सकें, जिन सूत्रों की सिद्धांतों की हमने बात की, अगर हमारे कार्यशैली और जीवन शैली का हिस्सा बन सकें जिस सीमा तक, वो ज़्यादा अच्छा है. और अगर हम एक आम आदमी की भाषा में, जैसे मैं कह भी रहा था कि यदि आपके पास अगर एक विकल्प हो कि आप एक उत्कृष्ट व्यक्ति कहलाएंगे या एक सफल व्यक्ति कहलाएंगे, तो मैं समझता हूं कि ज्यादा अच्छा तो यह है कि आप एक उत्कृष्ट व्यक्ति कहलाएं बजाय कि आप सफल व्यक्ति के. तो निश्चित तौर पर यदि हमारे कार्यकलाप अच्छे हैं, जैसा मैंने शायद उस एक इंटरडिपेंडेंट फैक्टर्स की बात की थी, एक विजन के साथ, और साथ ही साथ एक योग्यता में वृद्धि करने के साथ साथ, क्षमताओं को बढ़ाते हुए साथ साथ, यदि हम अपने कैरेक्टर में हमारे अगर एम्पैथी के साथ अगर हम काम करेंगे, तो शायद लॉन्ग टर्म में बहुत इस बात की प्रबल संभावनाएं भी होगी। मैंने 4 महानुभावों का जिक्र किया था जो कि सफल भी हैं, उत्कृष्ट भी हैं। हालांकि निश्चित तौर पर उस पैदान पर पहुंचने के लिए बड़े संघर्ष भी करने पड़ते हैं। दुनिया में कोई भी व्यक्ति ऐसा नहीं हुआ जिसने कि बड़ी कामयाबी हासिल की हो और सफलता प्राप्त करने के साथ साथ संघर्ष नहीं किया हो। मुश्किलें तो है, मैंने पहले भी कहा, अपने एग्जाम्पल में भी मैंने लास्ट में कहा था, मुश्किलें ज़रूर है, लेकिन हम अपने विद्यार्थियों को भी और हम अपने नेक्स्ट जनरेशन को, या हम अपने साथ भी कुछ ऐसा करें कि हम कोशिश करें, जितनी कोशिश कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि ये तो देयर इज नो एंड टू इट, बट अनवरत यात्रा है। और सफलता प्राप्त करने की होड़ में हम उन कार्यों को ना करें जो कि शायद हमें, हमारी अंतरात्मा जिनके लिए धिक्कारती है। तो मेरा तो आंसर यही होगा सर इसके लिए।
थैंक यू।
जी, अशोक शर्मा जी कुछ कहना चाह रहे हैं। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू रिकॉग्नाइज द प्रेजेंस ऑफ गुड़गांवा चैप्टर, डॉक्टर प्रेसिडेंट चेयरमैन ऑफ गुड़गांवा चैप्टर,
नमस्कार
डॉक्टर
अंटिल
राज
साहब।
अंटिल।
हमारा बहुत पुराना एसोसिएशन अंटिल साहब से,
जी जी,
लगभग 3
उनकी
दशकों
प्रेजेंस
का।
को हम रिकॉग्नाइज कर रहे हैं। अशोक जी आप कुछ कहना चाह रहे हैं?
या
बाकी साथी लोग भी यदि वीडियो
हेलो
चला
अंटिल
लेंगे तो थोड़ा
साहब।
सा एनर्जी आ जाएगी। अंटिल साहब वेलकम इन
थैंक यू।
आईएसटी जयपुर।
वेलकम अंटिल साहब, नमस्कार।
नमस्कार मेहता साहब, कैसे हैं?
एकदम अच्छे हैं सर,
मैं
फर्स्ट
याद
क्लास।
कर रहा था, मैं कहा
जी
मेहता
जी,
जी को जो है ना।
हम लोगों ने बहुत प्रोग्राम साथ में किए अंटिल साहब
यस
के
यस
साथ में,
यस,
अनिल साहब इनवाइट किया करते थे हम।
वेरी नाइस टू हियर टुडे।
थैंक यू,
मैं सुबह से डिसाइड किया हुआ था, मैं कहा आज तो मेहता जी को जो है सुनने का मौका
थैंक यू
मिलेगा।
सर, थैंक यू सर,
बेटी जी हैं, चेयरमैन आपके काफी एक्टिव हैं, शर्मा
थैंक
साहब
यू,
भी ज्वाइन किए हुए हैं।
थैंक यू,
गुड़गांव चैप्टर से एक और व्यक्ति भी ज्वाइन किया हमारे।
जी जी,
थैंक यू सर।
मुकुल जी है
मुकुल
आपके यहाँ
जी
से।
आए हैं।
जी,
बहुत अच्छा सेशन रहा। नाइस सर,
हाँ
कंटिन्यू।
जी, नमस्कार जी, नमस्कार।
ओके,
नमस्कार
प्रोफेसर अशोक
नमस्कार।
शर्मा कुछ कहना चाह रहे हैं? सर अनम्यूट करिए, सामने से अनम्यूट करिए। अशोक जी सामने से अनम्यूट करना है आपको। अशोक जी अनम्यूट करिए, अनम्यूट। आपको नीचे मोबाइल में
जस्ट जस्ट
हाँ सर, हो गया हो
हाँ,
गया।
हो गया
थैंक यू
सर।
मेहता साहब फॉर द कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव प्रेजेंटेशन। पीके शर्मा साहब ने, प्रोफेसर पीके शर्मा साहब ने जो एक इशू उठाया है, हमारी इंडियन फिलोसॉफिकल जो बात है ना, धर्म अर्थ काम मोक्ष। So
बिल्कुल
if we are living the balanced life, then I think we will be getting the 100% in whatever endeavor we are. So from that perspective, whatever universal value system is there, these 4 pillars can be fitted everywhere. So
सर्टेनली।
this is my submission to you, sir. Thank you very much.
एब्सोल्युट एब्सोल्युटली। अजर काजमी सर भी सुन रहे हैं, उनके
काजमी
पास
साहब से बात कर रहे हैं।
काजमी साहब।
सर एक
या
छोटा सा कमेंट है, क्वेश्चन तो नहीं है।
जी,
मैं क्वेश्चन क्या करूं प्रोफेसर अनिल मेहता से।
नहीं नहीं सर।
वो एक छोटा सा कमेंट है, मतलब जब ये एग्जाम्पल दे रहे थे आखिर में मूर्तिकार शिल्पीकार के, एक इन्होंने एग्जाम्पल दिया कि आंख के नीचे स्क्रैच हो गया। मैं मैं समझता हूँ डिफरेंशिएट हम लोगों को करना चाहिए एक्सीलेंस और परफेक्शनिज्म। मेरे विचार से, मेरा पर्सनल ओपिनियन ये है कि परफेक्शनिज्म जो होती है वो बड़ी तकलीफदेह होती है, और इंसान खुद भी तकलीफ सहता है और जो उसके आसपास होते हैं वो भी तकलीफ सहते हैं उससे। क्योंकि परफेक्शनिज्म तो वो कुछ चीज जब तक के उसके मर्जी के हिसाब से नहीं होगी तो उसको पसंद नहीं आएगी। बट एक्सीलेंस इज आई थिंक डिफरेंट डायमेंशन। Excellence is desirable, pleasurable. I mean, we derive pleasure out of doing something excellent. But perfectionism is more towards egoism, you know. It's more to satisfy me than to satisfy anybody else, you know. थोड़ा सा हम लोग स्पेशली यंगर लोगों को थोड़ा ये डिफरेंस बता देना चाहिए इसमें। भाई आप लोग एक्सीलेंस और परफेक्शनिज्म में कंफ्यूजन मत कर लेना, बड़ा तकलीफ होगी। ये कमेंट है। थैंक यू।
इसमें
तो
सर मेरा एक
काजमी
अजम्पशन
साहब।
ये था, एक मिनट सर, अजम्पशन ये था कि मूर्तिकार को किसी ने कहा नहीं था कि वो दोबारा से बनाए। 100% परफेक्शन की जो बात थी वो अपनी इच्छा से उसको दोबारा से मेहनत करके दोबारा से बना रहा था। और दूसरी बात, वो जो परफेक्शनिज्म की बात थी वो उस चीज के लिए थी जिसके कि हम वर्शिप करते हैं। तो शायद मूर्तिकार के मन में ये भावना थी और कि वो परफेक्शनिज्म की बात इसलिए थी क्योंकि वो मूर्ति की बात थी और अपनी इच्छा से कर रहा था। तो अगर अपनी इच्छा से कोई व्यक्ति काम कर रहा है तो ठीक है कि वो और बेटर बनेगी मूर्ति, तो उसको तकलीफ नहीं थी, वो अपनी इच्छा से खुशी से मना रहा था। ये मेरा अजम्पशन है सर।
चलिए, थैंक्स अलॉट प्रोफेसर मेहता और काजमी सर। मुझे कुछ सूचना देनी है। देखिए, हमारे अगले दो स्पीकर यहाँ है। अगला जो हमारा सेशन है वो रेजिलेंस थ्रू डिजाइन थिंकिंग, प्रोफेसर अशोक कुमार शर्मा सर उसमें बोलने वाले हैं अगले महीने में। उसके बाद प्रोफेसर पीके शर्मा बोलने वाले हैं इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम पर। तो ये हमारे नेक्स्ट सेशन है। इस संडे को आईएसटीडी जयपुर सेंटर पार्क में वॉक टू टॉक, जो हमारा एक प्रीमियर प्रोग्राम हुआ करता है, उसका सीजन 2 स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं हम। तो आप सब इनवाइटेड है। और कोशिश रहेगी कि हम यदि अजमेर में हो तो काजमी साहब के साथ चाय के प्याले पर बैठे, उसके प्रयास में भी है। तो मेरा लास्ट क्वेश्चन ये था कि काजमी साहब और बाकी लोग सब कहें कि एक्सीलेंट होना चाहिए और परफेक्शनिस्ट होना चाहिए और बैलेंस होना चाहिए दोनों के बीच। काजमी साहब, वुड यू लाइक टू ऐड समथिंग एल्स इन दिस? Anyone would like to add? Am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
definitely.
हाँ,
think
Thank you.
जो भी हो,
Thank
सेल्फ
you.
सेटिस्फैक्शन होना
Nice.
जरूरी है। चाहे परफेक्शन हो, चाहे एक्सीलेंस हो, जब तक आप सेल्फ सेटिस्फाइड नहीं होंगे तब तक हर चीज फेल। तो सेल्फ सेटिस्फैक्शन गिव्स हैप्पीनेस, सो हैप्पीनेस इज एक्सीलेंस।
नहीं, अब
Human
देखिए
element.
ये डॉक्टर साहब, ये अजहर काजू साहब ने बहुत बढ़िया बात कही कि आपका जो परफेक्शन की बात है, तो जैसे परफेक्शन, द मोमेंट यू थिंक ऑफ परफेक्शन, ये क्वालिटी को या एक्सेलेंस के पैरामीटर को तोड़ता है। और जैसे हमने एक्सेलेंस की बात की, चरी वेती चलते रहो। एक्सेलेंस का मतलब ये कि आपको अपने ही पैरामीटर से नेक्स्ट स्टेप के लिए आगे बढ़ना है। एक तो ये डायमेंशन है। दूसरा डायमेंशन ये है कि अब एक्सेलेंस के डेफिनेशन क्या है, ये कौन तय करेगा? तो ये ना, जैसे जैसे ट्रम्प के लिए आपने कहा कि वो सक्सेसफुल हो सकता है, एक्सेलेंट नहीं हो सकता, लेकिन ट्रम्प अपने आप की डेफिनेशन में इन दोनों को ठीक मानता है। ये वो एक्सेलेंट भी मानता है, परफेक्शन भी मानता है, और वो चीजों को ठीक मानता है। लेकिन आपके हमारे जो वैल्यू सिस्टम उसमें मैच नहीं कर रहा है। उदाहरण के
Yeah.
तौर पे मैकाइवेलियन जो था, मैनिपुलेट करके चीजों को करता था, जैसे 48 स्किल्स और हैबिट्स ऑफ ए सक्सेसफुल मैन। तो उनमें वो ऐसी बातें बताई जो कि हमारे उसमें मैच ही नहीं कर रही है। लेकिन टू बी सक्सेसफुल उसके पैरामीटर्स हैं, टू बी एक्सीलेंट उसके पैरामीटर्स हैं। तो ये डेफिनेशन है कि हमको डिफाइन करना है कि हमारी डेफिनेशन क्या है किसी आइडिया के बारे में, किसी कंसेप्ट के बारे में, तब हम लोग ज्यादा जस्टिफाई करने की स्थिति में रहेंगे।
Thanks a lot. We are on the edge of time, so I would like to invite our MC member, Mr. Ramkesh Meena, to put the thank note for this one, JAT 04. Over to Ramkesh.
Thank you, Chapter Chairman Dr. Rajesh Methi ji. Very good evening to all of you. As we came to end of this session, Jaipur expert talk, in fact, excellent talk for today by Professor Anil Mehta ji. So just few words on the session. Like I was thinking that like the way AI is summarizing, like Chat GPT is summarizing today's any queries. So this in the same way, Professor Anil Mehta ji summarized the excellency in their PPT. So that is like beautiful narration as well, with their like touches, sensations, or in fact with emotions as well. Means far ahead of the Chat GPT and today's these LLM models. So thank you, Anil Mehta ji, for that. And that's the excellence as well as crisp explanation of the excellency, and they not just the path of mastering the excellency, but he explained very well that why one should strive for that, why one should choose for that, and their examples that are very simple and touching as well and connecting as well. So thank you, Anil Mehta ji. Thanks for that excellent session. Deepest appreciation. And with that, I also acknowledge the presence of the other participants, online participants, Dr. Mukul Jain ji, Sakshi Joshi, Pawan Kumar ji, Ashok Sharma ji, and our veteran Ajay Kazmi ji, Thank you so much for attending these sessions and enlightening us with your queries and your observations and encouraging the speakers as well as the organizing team. I also extend my thanks to our organizing team, including our chairman, Dr. Rajesh Mehtaji, Dr. Vandana ma'am, and the behind the scene who prepared the posters and other things, who collaborated for this successful planning of this session. Thank you so much. Once again, thank you all for the encouragement. And the same with the same zeal will be continuing our other activities under the banner of ISTD Jaipur chapter. Thank you all once again.
Thank you. Thank you very
Thanks a lot
much.
to all
Thank
of
you.
you. Have a good
Thank
day.
you, Pawan ji, for your nice comments. Thank you, Ashok ji, Rajesh
Thank you,
ji,
Chair. Thank you.
Kazmi Saab, Atul ji.
Thank you, Mehta
everybody.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So
Thank you.
collectively, we are going to do something bigger.
Certainly, certainly, certainly.
Very
Bye-bye.
good initiative, very good presentation. Thanks.
Thanks
Thank
a
you
lot,
very
sir.
much.